to those who are no longer with us.
To Martin.
Just to be sure, this video contains spoilers. The Frasier Reboot finale reintroduces Roz Doyle and indicates that it may be time for her and Frasier to get romantically involved. Peri Gilpin reprises her role as Roz Doyle for the first time since the original Seattle project wrapped in 2004, making it the revival's biggest cameo for the season finale. Although her one-episode presence had been long confirmed and thus expected, witnessing her reconciliation with Frasier in Boston is still exciting. Despite her brief visit, the Frasier Reboot finale makes the most of her time with her old friend, even bringing up the possibility of a romantic future together.
You look like crap.
The marketing of Frasier focused on Frasier reuniting with his father, Martin, and Niles, emphasizing it as a family show. While it was the central theme of the story, the comedy also explored other aspects of the titular character's life, such as his new career venture in Seattle. Cheers scarcely touched on his private practice, but being a radiotherapist in the Emerald City was an important part of his story, as were the people he worked with at KSCL, especially Roz, his producer. Frasier and Roz became good friends outside of their work connection. Roz's reappearance in Frasier's Reboot could lead to a romance. With John Mahoney gone and both David Hyde Pierce and Jane Leeves declining Kelsey Grammer's invitation, Roz is the only main character from the Seattle series to appear in the new program. Freddie arranges Roz's Boston visit after noting Frasier's depression.
Dad, don't panic. I'll take care of the kids. You just try and relax. Have some fun.
Grieving over his first Christmas without Martin, the young Crane reasoned that reconciling his father with a familiar face could help, and it does. Despite just spending a short amount of time together, Roz is able to cheer Frasier on in her trademark forthright manner, which is exactly what he requires given his situation. That is the essence of their bond. While they were legally bosses and employees in Seattle, Roz was never afraid to call Frasier out when he began spiraling. Frasier, on the other hand, let her go, fully aware that her harsh remarks were always coming from a good place. Even after all these years apart, they can retain that kind of relationship, which is encouraging. If their friendship continues despite the distance, it may be time for them to rekindle their romance, which was cut short in the original series. Frasier and Roz could be just what the other person requires right now. The relationship between Niles and Daphne was so good that the Frasier Reboot is attempting to recreate it with Freddie and Eve. However, because the original show was so focused on their tale, there was little room for another long-term pair. As a result, throughout the classic series, Frasier and Roz dated a variety of people. There were hints that their connection was more than just buddies, but despite the two sleeping together once, nothing came of it. They were able to move on from the unpleasantness of that occasion, demonstrating how amazing they were as friends. However, 2 decades later, both have developed greatly, and their reunion in the Frasier Reboot Season 1 finale suggests that they may have a future together. Frasier can provide Roz with the stability and devotion she has long desired in a partner. Meanwhile, they create a strong team, as proven by their years of collaboration at KACL. More importantly, they have repeatedly demonstrated that they can work through their disagreements, which is critical in love partnerships. Both aren't married, which makes rekindling their romance easier. Will Frasier and Roz get married in Season 2 of the reboot? If the Frasier Reboot is renewed for a second season, Gilpin may reprise her role as Roz, even though she is currently only scheduled to appear in 1 episode of the new program. However, whether or not Paramount Plus will pursue the supposed relationship is unknown. Unless the writers are certain that the couple will be together forever, rekindling their romance may jeopardize their masterfully executed friendship. The idea may be saved for later seasons of the Frasier Reboot as part of the series' finale setup. Meanwhile, it will be fascinating to see Frasier maneuver his way back into the dating pool before finally settling down.